go. Say hello. Welcome to the conversions age. We're going to start my theme song.
Voices travel
the Conversions Age Live. If you are on my YouTube, I'm still having a little bit issues with my YouTube. Um, it's just it's not picking up the chat, so I had to pick it up from the restream. So I'm looking at two different things. When it comes to my TikTok, it's going pretty well. Except for the screen capture didn't work, so I just had to make it bigger. But see how I could figure all these things out? So I'm literally looking right here at 5 different things. When I first started using AI, you guys, I could not have one thing open without having a heart attack. I just had so much stress because I was like trying to learn something new. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me bring this closer. So how are you guys doing today? We're going to talk about AI when it comes to education. I want to start there because I don't know about you guys, but when you were in school, did you learn the way they were teaching you? Was it in the way that you learned, or did you feel like you were smarter than your teachers saw, but they were just focused on one way of teaching you? Because I'm one of those people that I got in a lot of trouble. I was always in fights, but I was so bored in school. It just wasn't my... they just didn't teach me how I learned, so I got in a lot of trouble. Then when I got into 11th grade, I was on ROTC. ROTC gave me like this competitive edge that I needed to stop me from fighting because I was a fighter. Like I was always suspended. My parents were in school all the time because that adrenaline that I got from fighting, and I never lost a fight, just gave me everything I wanted. So ROTC, I competed and I won a lot of events, like most physical fit female, most sit-ups, most fastest runner. So that got me off the fighting thing. But what helped me actually sit down and understand how I learned in 11th grade, I sat down, I was like, I know I'm smart, but why am I not getting this stuff? Like, why am I keep on not passing the way other people are? So I sat down and I started I took my papers and I opened it all up and I just started imaging everything, just learning everything the way I learned, writing it, seeing it, feeling it. And so I went from like barely passing with D's to straight A's, and then I went into finite math, and I got an A on finite math in college, where most people struggle with math. I didn't struggle. I love making trees. I love, just finding out where that problem was going to go. And when AI came along, it's like this another trigger to my brain. It's like, wow, this actually works with me. This works with my brain. I'm like a multitasker. Like I can handle all this. I just needed to learn how to handle it. So AI's job was to teach me. Now I don't depend on it as much to find things on my computer. I can find it on my own. Yeah, she taught me 50,000 times, but I figured it out. So now I understand how to go to my Restream to set up my YouTube and my Twitch. If I'm having an issue here and TikTok Live, I know where to click and where to go to fix it. So all these things I've learned from using AI, and I just want people to understand that this is not going to make you dumber. It's going to make you smarter. What makes everybody the same is say, and I've talked about this before, so I'm going to repeat myself a lot these next few weeks because it's the only way you guys are going to get this. And some of the songs, some of the words are repetitive, but it's important that you understand how AI works. AI is unlimited. You can use whatever platform you want, ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, Gemini. They all have their advantages. They all talk to you differently, but they all have a ton of information. If you put 10 engineers in the same room and you give them a prompt to ask a question for something, you're all going to get the same answers. It's that second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth answer that makes you different. So when they say, well, everybody is getting the same answer, it's because everybody's asking only one simple question and they're not going past that first answer. Nobody's in your brain. Nobody's in my brain. So when I ask a second, third, fourth question, unless you're copying my questions, we're not getting the same answers at the end. By the 10th question, everybody's going to be somewhere different in their journey to whatever it is they want to do, whether it's business, music like me, learning how to be a podcaster and how to set up all your tools without asking somebody else. AI will do that for you. So we're going to start with our theme song today. It's called Educate the Educator. This is one that it's starting with education. And then the other one is going to be about how to make sure they don't replace you at your job. I am going to bring you guys into the AI world. It is already here. I know a lot of people don't like AI. A lot of people think it's fake. But I can tell you, as a person who's been using it for a year and a half, this is not fake. This is very real. And I'm sitting here looking at 5 different screens of different things that I want to do with you guys. I couldn't do this before. I am a living experience. When I learned AI, I did not go and look at the templates. I did not allow people to train me. A friend of mine was like, Tony Robbins is having this event. I said, I'm not going. I'm not interested in that. He has somebody who's giving him the notes of how to use AI. No, I sat here at this computer 14 hours a day for a year and a half to learn AI so I can teach it to everybody the way I learned it, keeping your originality. No templates, no prompts. I want you guys to use this so that you can be unique and nobody can ever say you copied someone. So we're going to start with this song, Educate the Educator. I hope you guys like it. Let me get my visuals back. And if you guys have questions, again, this is very new. This is probably going to go a lot faster than I want this time. Email me. Email me, and the next time I'm live, I'll try my best to help you figure out whatever you're trying to learn with AI. Here we go. I try to put lyrics there so you can read it.
They built the test in '63 and called it done. Designed for factories, not futures, not for everyone. A coder at 14, a musician no one saw. 8 kinds of genius measured by just one law. The teacher's not the problem, the system is the wall. One way to teach 20 kids and wonder why they fall. But one teacher armed with AI can reach them all. Visual, auditory, kinesthetic, nobody left in the hall. Educate the educator before you judge the child. The future's already speaking in a language you've denied. Intelligence is not a test. It never was a score, because the ones you gave up on already changed the world. Einstein failed the test at 15, walked away. Rihanna left her classroom, Barbados showed the way. Branson had dyslexia, Elon questioned every rule. Global icons, all of them were failed by school. 20 kids, 20 minds, 20 ways to grow. AI can teach them all in the language that they know. Technology without direction is a hammer with no nail. Put it in the hands of teachers, watch the children never fail. Educate the educator before you judge the child. The future's already speaking in a language you've denied. Intelligence is not a test. It never was a score, because the ones you gave up on already changed the world. 8 kinds of intelligence: linguistic, musical, spatial, reading the room, bodily, logical, knowing yourself, naturalistic. Not one of them fits inside a standardized test. child who builds worlds, the one who feels the room, the one who hears a pattern in the rain. Not less intelligent, just not your kind. Educate the educator before you judge the child. The future's already speaking in a language you denied. Intelligence is not a test, it never was a score, because the ones you gave up on already changed the world.
So I had my first little like test of pushback by an educator this week, and I was telling them about the song and how, like, I was like, AI can help a teacher make a curriculum that's good for each student. Like, give them maybe a questionnaire and try to figure out how each student learns, so that, because I know it's a lot of work for teachers to like do a curriculum for 20 kids, that it would be different as herself only without AI would be very difficult. But with AI, she can make a curriculum that fits each child's way of learning. When people say, well, when we gave computers to kids and it made them dumber and they're gaming and all that, well, it's our fault for not teaching them how to use it correctly and putting it in their hands just to play games. We need to be ahead of AI. AI is not going to make them dumber. It's going to make them smarter, but we have to teach them how to guide it. We have to teach them how to ask the questions. But if you don't know how to ask the questions yourself, how are your kids going to learn how to ask questions? How are your teachers going to learn how to ask the questions? I literally could put a whole curriculum together right now for a student. I can put it all together in probably 2 hours. So I want to give you guys some information, because I don't want to miss anything. Look at that. I covered my face with that. Okay, so the system's broken. In America, the school system was built in 1900s to produce factory workers, standardized factories. It was built to teach you guys how to work for somebody, but mostly to work in a factory. So January 2026, a neuroscientist told the U.S. Senate, kids are less cognitively capable. Every headline said kids are getting dumber. His real point is the system never aligned with how human learning actually works. Harvard in 1983 still ignored how Gardner proved that 8 kinds of intelligence exist. We measure children exactly by only one. Every child learns differently. We get stop. My mom used to sit me down at a table and make me write one word 1,000 times so I can learn how to spell it. And I still couldn't spell it because I was ADHD. You can't put an ADHD child down to write the words same time. That's not how we learn. We learn differently. I learn visually. I see, I feel, touch. Then I got it. I got to hear it. A ChatGPT, sometimes when I'm going to something like, my friend had me go do an interview, some celebrities, and I'm like, gosh, I gotta ask these 3 questions. I don't remember. Okay, ChatGPT, I'm ADHD. I need you to give me a storyline so I can remember these 3 questions. So he made the storyline. He says somebody's going into a hallway and you ask this question. Then they did this and you asked this question. I listened to that like 50 times until it was in my head. And when I went to go do that interviews for those celebrities, it looked like I've been doing it forever. That's how ChatGPT can level you up. That's how ChatGPT can level up your children. They don't have to worry about the things we worry about. They need to worry about bigger things. So, hey, I got to eat at 8 o'clock, set me an alarm. I need to be on this kind of a diet, give me a recipe. I need my medication, set the alarm for that. I mean, let it do all the things you don't need to be worried about, and then start asking it new questions. So, 85% of teachers used AI last year in their schools. 69% say it improved their teaching. One teacher can now reach 20 students in 20 different learning languages. AI education market 7.57 billion in 2025 and 112 billion by 2024. Your kids are going to outsmart you if you guys don't get on the AI game. Right now, they're using it to like communicate and fight with their boyfriends or fight with their friends or find out how to communicate with each other. But they're going to learn how to use it above that once they get comfortable with it. So, the test was built in 1963 for a factory world. The coder of a 14-year-old who never read the book. This is on my verse. We're talking about the verse. So in my song, I said there was a coder who was 14 years old. Nobody told that person how to code a computer. He was smart enough to learn how to code a computer on his own. Nobody knew that my whole life I have been surrounded by music. It was part of who I was. When I was little, then when they gave me that first little accordion, you guys used to probably have the accordions or little DJ boards and all that stuff. I loved playing with those things. My dad sung Freddie Fender and Tigres del Norte. My mom had me listening to Tina Turner and Diana Ross. And I'm from Motown. I've heard music all my life. It's always been in my soul. So I just never knew that it was going to come out through AI music. And so yesterday, when I was doing my music, I came to the realization, hey, I'm doing AI music. And I'm okay that it's an AI voice. I don't need my music to be sung. I need my music to be felt. And that's what I'm learning to do with my music now. I'm not worried about, is this sound real or can a human sing it? No, now I'm thinking about, how does this feel in my soul? Because I've always loved music. So how does it feel in my heart and my soul? That's what I'm going to be doing with my music for now. So yes, yeah, my albums have not come out yet. Because when it does, I want to make sure that it's felt in 7 different languages. I want to make sure that I coin that feeling in your heart that if I put a song out there that's in Hindi, Arabic, or French, and you don't speak that language, I want to make sure that you still feel what I'm trying to do with the song. So teachers, the teachers have all the tools for these 20 different brains. And my song, teachers, they're not our enemy. They're not. They want our, it's hard to teach kids, especially these days, because kids are smart. We see them as not as intelligent as we are, but why are they more hyper? Why are they more active? Because they're smarter. We are evolving, and this 1960s way of educating kids is not working. And having your kids in school for 10 hours a day, it's too much. They don't need that much in education. They need more time with their family. They need more time in the real world, because we're also learning in the real world. We need less of this structured educational system and more of figuring out, how am I going to live in this new real world that's coming, because we are evolving, and how am I going to develop a new skill that's going to move on with AI. We need to start teaching our kids differently. There is no longer going to be secretaries sitting at a desk, because AI can take care of that. You call the operator for your CPS bill. Well, guess what? They have AI that answers like a human being, and they're going to be able to take care of that. If you're worried about AI taking a job, then you need to start thinking about, what can I do to level up more than anyone else in my position in my job? So big corporations, like my daughter works at a big corporation. I'm not going to tell you what corporation it is, but it's a really big company. And when I first started talking about AI, she was kind of iffy about it, because a lot of people were back last year like, oh, don't use AI. Oh, I get tired of seeing people come and do an interview and they're using AI. I don't want to hire anybody who's using AI. I am literally on LinkedIn, and every single day I have like 20 people in San Antonio offering jobs from $45 an hour to $250,000 a year. They are looking for people who know AI everywhere. So yes, there are jobs for all of you. And don't worry, you don't have to go outside of your telephone to level up to what you need to do better on your job, so that your job's not replaced. I'm going to give you guys one project today. What is it that you do in your job? Or what is it that you ever wanted to do in your life? And I want you to take that and I want you to ask AI a question. For instance, say, as a real estate broker, you guys know I'm a real estate broker. I'm not using it as much, but I have my AI set up to answer questions when I need it. As a real estate broker or just a realtor, just say you're a realtor. You're a realtor and you want to be a real estate broker. So you're going to take your AI and you're going to say, hey, I want to be a real estate broker, and I heard that the classes have gotten more difficult. Can you send me a whole plan of how I can get my broker's license and everything that I need to do to get to that goal of getting my broker's license, and maybe other classes that someone else has used in the whole state of Texas that has benefited them so they passed that broker's test, because I heard it was harder. AI will do that research for you, and you can print out a PDF or you can save it and you have a plan there. And every time you've got a plan or something and you have another question, take that PDF that your AI is going to give to you, whichever one you have, with your plan, re-upload it to your same ChatGPT or Claude. It has a PDF of your goals. Then you're going to say, hey, you know what, on my goal list, I accomplished these goals, but I have additional questions. Can you revise this and you add these additional questions to this so that I can achieve this goal now? Because it doesn't know everything. It's going to give you exactly what you want and maybe a little bit more. But I know me, I always want more. So ask the second, ask the third, ask the fourth question. And that's going to lead us to our next song, and we'll continue on the question asking series. And if you have any questions here to ask, feel free, or just listen now. Because I think hopefully throughout the weeks, as people start understanding that AI is here and it's not going anywhere, you're probably going to have some more questions for me. I'm looking at a bunch of screens here, so that's why my eyes are not exactly on this one. I should just move this one over here a little bit so everybody's in the same place. This song right here is one that I created with my my own self in it. Let me find it. It's called the AI Edge. Why did I name it the AI Edge? Because if you learn AI and you have an AI edge, I assure you, you're going to get hired. They're not going to let you go at your job. Or if they do let you go, you'll be able to get hired someplace else because you went ahead and you learned how to actually direct AI. So here we go. Okay, yeah, so I should have, okay.
AI is in every room now.
So this one,
Every boardroom, every
I'm
deal.
gonna stop it really fast. This one is landscape, so I'm sorry for the people that are on TikTok, but for the people that are on YouTube, you should be able to see all the lyrics. But if you want, just listen.
Every decision. The question is not whether you use it. The question is whether you use it better than the person next to you. 10 engineers, 10 architects, 10 attorneys in the room, all hitting the same prompt, getting the same yield, same tools, same access, same output on the table. That is not an edge, that is a waiting room. The CEO, the intern, the educator, the closer, everyone has access, everyone gets the first answer. The ones who stop there just handed their position to the next person willing to go further. Push the angle, change the frame, ask it again. That next question is the distance between you and them. Not because the tool got better overnight, because you learned how to direct it right. AI gives the answer, but everybody gets the same prompt, same output. That is how you get replaced. What is your AI edge? What makes it more? Ask the next question, add your thinking, go further than the floor. Smart leaders see it instantly, they know what it is worth. Flawless but empty sends it back. Bring me what you're worth. Build your AI edge or watch AI do it all. Ask the next question, that is the only call. They will send it back. They will say, do it again. 1,000 polished outputs with no thinking behind them. The one who stops it clean and fast just prove their value cannot last. The boss who only takes the first answer is losing ground to the employee asking the fourth. The teacher who hands back what the tool produced just taught the room that thinking has no worth. Stop following the template. Stop moving with the flow. If everyone is using it the same way, you already know. Push the angle, change the frame, ask it again. That next question is the distance between you and them. Not because the tool got better overnight, because you learned how to direct it right. AI gives the answer, but everybody gets the same prompt, same output. That is how you get replaced. What is your AI edge? What makes it more? Ask the next question, add your thinking, go further than the floor. Smart leaders see it instantly, they know what it is worth. Flawless but empty, sends it back. Bring me what you're worth. Build your AI edge, or watch AI do it all. Ask the next question, that is the only call. 10 people in the room, 10 people hit send. 10 people get the same answer, and 9 stop right then. One keeps going, changes the angle, pushes it deeper, asks what the others never thought to ask. That is the one they remember after. Use tools, master the tools, but never stop at what it gives you. Ask better questions than everyone else in the room. The first answer is not the win, that is only where it begins. Bring more than basic.
So what is your AI edge? What does that mean? Your AI edge is asking the next question. Your AI edge is not being like the person next to you. There's bosses too that don't like you as an AI, but I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you an example. Let me just open this, get this close right here and get to the right video. There we go. Welcome to the conversions age. You miss a lot, but I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna be repeating myself until you all get it. So this right here is telling you how to exactly keep your job. How do you keep your job? Your boss is going to know who's AI and who's not. Is he's interviewing, oh, the interviewer person. Okay, I'm interviewing 10 people and I have all these questions for them to answer. If they don't know how to direct AI correctly, and everybody's using AI, even the ones who say they're not, and your boss sits down to your app and he's looking at it. Oh, gosh, this one has so many, it looks so similar to the last person. Look at all these dashes in there. Oh God, this AI is notorious at putting dashes in anything you write. Take out those dashes, people. Do you know what you say? AI, thank you for helping me write this subject. I need you to remove those dashes. I need you to add the commas, please. No, this one, this sounds amazing, but it does not sound like me. I need this to sound like me. This is my personality. This is how I am. I need you to change this up. Okay. So, oh, you know what? I don't like this transition word. I don't like not because, but because. People use that too much. Please take that out of my resume. I don't want that in there. This is how you make whatever AI is helping you write about yourself different from anybody else. Because your boss is going to know that you're using AI. There was a guy who went for an interview. A friend of mine was interviewing somebody for this job, and he put a whole presentation together, and he thought it was impressive. He was using AI to make it, and I'm saying use it. But dude, do your research too. Don't let AI do everything for you. So he did his presentation, and AI created the logo for the company for him. That logo didn't belong to that company. AI doesn't know everything. Go online and make sure you're getting the correct logo for the company. If you're going to do a presentation for the job, how are you going to get that job if you let AI create that logo for the company? Now the company's thinking, okay, this is a great presentation, but that's not our logo. Did he actually take the time to go to our website and see who we were, or did he use AI for everything? See what makes you a little bit different? You can't use AI for everything. I don't recommend templates, even though they're selling them everywhere now because of AI. It's easy to make a template to sell to other people to use so they can figure things out. I don't recommend templates because templates are not helping you level up. It's still making your life easier. That's how you get done. You're using a template. Figure it out. You're going to make mistakes. Things are going to happen that you don't like. You don't know how many times I've yelled at my AI, but I guarantee you it wasn't my AI's fault. I just wasn't asking the question correctly. Everything I do now is so detailed. AI, I want to know what's going on with my country right now as of March 28, 2026. And I want it to be exactly what was said by this person, and I want you to give me the sources that you're looking at so I can verify these sources. And if I'm still not happy with it, I take all those sources from that AI and I put it into another AI. AI is almost right all the time if you ask the questions the correct way. It's not trained to care about our feelings. It's trained to give us global information. It's not trained to tell us, oh, but my neighbor is doing this. It doesn't care about your neighbor. It cares about what's going on globally. So the information is going to come to you globally. It doesn't care what's happening in our government or our opinions. You know how many times my AI had to tell me, nope, that's not real. Somebody put it on there on TikTok and it's not real. It's not real information. It's a conspiracy theories. But I want it to be real. Well, it's not real. That's how you use AI. You don't accept the first answer. You ask detailed questions. How do you keep your job? Do the same thing. I go to this interview. I'm going to an interview for a job at a fashion store, and I don't know if fashion is a fashion design store, okay? Or they do fashion designs. What can I do to be different from everybody in the world when I go to this interview? And she may give you some suggestions, but they may not fit you, so you change it around. Everything that AI gives you, you have to ask the next question and the next question and the next question, and you're going to be amazed by what you guys are going to learn. And I want to answer questions from you guys, but I know that you guys are just right now just trying to fill out what this is about. Every week I'm going to come in. Today was a little scattered. I'm still working on 1,000 things. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm working on so you can see what AI has done for me. And I want to add more visuals. I want to add more lyrics and more information. But again, I'm doing 1,000 things, but I needed to get here. I can't wait for AI to perfect all my stuff before I come and talk to you guys, because AI is moving too fast and I don't want my friends losing their jobs. I want to be a source to you guys somehow to open your mind, tell you, do not fear AI. Do not fear the water. AI is finding solutions to fix the water. Do not fear the electricity. AI is finding renewable ways to use electricity. If our government is not using those solutions, that is our job to start going to our senators, our Congress people, and start telling them, you better use these ways. You know that you can go in AI and you can say, what would be a better way for my country to fix the electrical grid? And what would be a better way for my country to make sure that our water is safe and clean? AI is going to give you that answer, and you're no longer going to have to believe these people in Congress and Senate lying to you, because AI is making things more efficient. They want you to be scared of it because they want to make money. When things are more efficient, they make more money and we pay more for that efficiency. Real estate is more efficient. There's AI and everything right now. I can go on my ChatGPT. I can do a market analysis on my house with cells that I don't even see in the system. But guess what? They're charging me $45 more every 3 months for my real estate license, but AI made things easier. They're going to do that with the water. They're going to do that with electricity. They're going to do that with everything unless we, as people, talk to our senators, our congresspeople, anybody we elect has to be aware that whatever AI is doing to make our life more efficient should be passed down to the people. We trained this system. This system didn't come out of nowhere. You guys trained this system. And this system should be used for humans to improve themselves and to better themselves and to be able to maintain their jobs and grow. But we need to be talking to our Congress people and all that, because nobody's talking about it. I'm talking about it because I know what's coming. I've been overseas. I'm paying attention to what's going on. China's been doing AI and teaching their kids for 15 years. They pick up AI and they're not scared of it. They know how to direct it. They're speaking 5-7 languages. But our country, it just came. Put it in our hands. No opt out. It's here. So here I am doing the best I can to tell you guys, do not fear AI, because if you do not get on the AI wagon, you will be left behind and you will serve. And that's all I got for you guys today. But I'm going to let you guys listen to some more music, more AI songs. These songs all have lyrics so that you can read them. They're going to address your water concerns. They're going to address your direction concerns. I try to touch a lot of subjects, so I'll let you hear about 5-6 AI songs and the visuals, and I hope that you guys actually pay attention, and I hope this actually gets into you, because I thought visual, sound, music, and me. These are all different ways that I'm trying to educate you guys. Some of you guys don't need to hear my voice. Some of you guys want to hear the music. Here we go. Thank you guys for joining. It's a little rough today, but hey, I'm here. I showed up. Okay. So we're going to do, let's go to no opt out, because I just talked about it. Here we go. So the majority of these videos will be able to see it on TikTok.
It didn't wait, it accelerated. Systems built and iterated. Every version more refined. Learning faster than the mind. Signals moving through the air. Quiet networks everywhere. You hold the access in your hand. Still defining where you stand. Policies written out of view. Framed as what's best for you. Private systems, public reach. Shaping more than what they teach. Tools arrive in every space. Different speed, uneven pace. Some adapt and some delay, but the shift won't slow its way. They call it progress, call it change. Expanding what we can arrange. But who decides how far it goes? And who determines what it knows? There is no opt-out, no standing still. The current moves, it always will. No silent path, no separate about. No one's fully outside this. No clean divide, no separate list. The future builds in real-time flow. With every choice, with what we know. There is no opt-out, no switch now. The system learns you anyhow. No checkbox left, no hidden route. You live within it, no opt-out. It wasn't loud, it didn't break. It didn't ask what we would take. It came through layers, step by step. And now it's part of every breath.
There was no opt out. We were just thrown into it. Hey, here's AI. It's in everything you do. But it's not that we were just even thrown into it. You know, AI has always been here. It has been since you picked up your first cell phone, AI was in it. You just didn't know that you were training it, but it was there. AI has always been here, but it was just calculating. It was a numbers machine, but it was always there. So the next song I want to target is the water is telling you something, because this is something everybody's so concerned about, the water. Listen, this is a little history test for you guys. Here we go.
They said it came from nowhere. They said it happened fast. But the foundation started cracking 70 years before you asked.
1956 they named it. By the 80s it was working.
By the time you held your first phone, it was already learning.
And the reservoirs kept dropping.